I remember another story. You were young, was already like a teenager, like close to become. And the story was like, I don't want to give all the details, just know the story. The neighbor, we had a neighbor who came to our neighborhood. The neighborhood where I was staying there like for a year, and I had two friends who I was very close to, so we were often together. And that neighbor, I don't know where he was from, we didn't know because he was mysterious, until we heard people talking a little bit about him around. But you know, when you're a teenager, okay, obviously teenagers are fascinated by all the guys, okay, because the appearance of the male, the man figure, you know, the appearance of the masculinity, that's really, you know, impress young girls when they are young. And that's how it's kind of difficult at that age. Girls have to be very careful not to fall into men who can, because there are men who, you know, goes with teenager easily. But you know, you have to be careful because at the time we knew some teenagers who were going out with men, like adult men. Yeah, there were girls like that. I'm not encouraging it, I'm just saying that what was common and happening in the 90s, where I was. Girls, I knew many girls, they were going out with some professors, with some teachers, with those, with the adult working somewhere. Often. I even have a classmate who were dating a man who was working in the company. So at this age, it's kind of very, it's going to be, you have to be very careful, because that's when young people, they are like, they see the older, like they have a ideal, okay, the idealizing the physical appearance. And also girls were very attracted by older men in general because of the masculinity, the male figure. So the neighbor was he was very like masculine and very athletic. So you understand that being young and seeing a man like that was kind of, you know, impressive to us. So he was a neighbor. He was coming very mysterious, and really the guy marked us so much. He marked me, he marked my friend as well, because we were still talking about him even when we became older. He had a life, like a very quiet life, and to be honest, women liked him a lot in the neighborhood. We had like a swimming pool in that neighborhood. We have many activities going on in the certain part of the neighborhood, and because people were very quite often together, some situation were happening. Okay, you understand what I mean? Sometimes some women, you know, we go see him. Because we were sitting, like sometimes we'll be sitting at the veranda, and sometimes you have, you know, there was bushes and stuff like that, and you see a woman who is clearly married to a guy in the neighborhood who will be going to his place. So one day we decided to call him. You know, in the days we used the annuary of phones and phone numbers. My friend and I, we tried to call just to hear his voice, because he was always coming back from work. And when he was coming back from work, he would just pack and take his bicycle and go. You know, he was doing bicycle and swimming a lot. He was very, he was also doing other sport. I don't know, he was doing many things besides working. And he was very mysterious, to be honest. And women were not indifferent whenever he was going somewhere. If for example there was a party somewhere, he had all the attention, and he knew that. So we tried to call him just to to pretend that we are looking for something because we want to hear his voice. When we call him, when we call his number, he pick up the phone and he respond. So we heard that he couldn't speak French. I mean, he was pretending not to speak French, but he didn't speak French when he picked up the phone. He had the accent, an accent. He was speaking English and another language, I forgot anyway. So when he picked up the phone, we were trying to speak in English and then we switched in French. He was like, I don't speak French. I don't speak French, sorry. Then he hung up the phone. And my friend, as I was trying to talk with him and we burst in laugh, he understood that, you know, then I think he understood that we were trying to, you know. So we went out to do like nothing happened. We were just doing our stuff outside that day. And then he came out and he looked at like, anyway. So one day we went at the swimming pool. And the guy he came later. We were sitting, you know, things with our friends, girls. We didn't have boys at the swimming. We were really between girls at the swimming pool, having our, you know, snacks, talking together, talking stories about our school between us and such. The guy came in the swimming pool. He came very self-confident, very self-confident. He came in the swimming pool. He went on the opposite side. There were women who were already, some other women were sitting around and, you know, he had all the attention anyway, and he knew that. He removed his t-shirt. That's the part we were all like, everybody was screaming. Like, as a teenager, we were like, chocolate bars. I'm telling you, chocolate bars. We were like mesmerized, almost like. He took his water. He looked at everyone like, what do you want? You never saw a man like that? So he had his, you know, the swimming, I don't know how you call it, the swimwear, the swimming underwear, I don't know how you say that. It was a small, you know, small stuff, tight. So we were like observing everything, like we can see it today. Because every time we see in pair of jeans, pipe, and now, okay, we have an idea, a better idea. Then he took his time. He put his, you know, the glasses that they put in the water when they go swimming. I don't know the name in English. They have these glasses for the water to swim with. He jumped in the water. He started swimming in the swimming pool, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Then sometimes he was doing the backward. He was going backward. He was doing freestyle. He was doing the different type of, you know. I mean, yeah, we were impressed. We were very impressed. Like, wow. And then one of the girls said, wow, he's resistant. Okay, he's very resistant, this guy. I said, what do you mean by resistant? He said, you don't understand, just leave it like that. He was swimming and swimming. Women were standing, women were sitting there and look at him like, wow. Anyway, at some point he finished swimming and then he came out of the water. He came out of the water. At that moment, look on our direction for the first time. The very first time the guy looked at us. He stared at us like, okay, now you have a better idea of who I am and how I look like. Because you have been trying to sneak around, because we were spying him. Sometimes where he was going to the restaurant, or he would see him somewhere in a neighborhood doing some stuff, we would be looking at. So he knew that we were always spying on him. He knew that. It was like, these young girls, I don't even have the time, but you know. So he came out of water. He drank a little bit of water again. He looked at us. Then he took his towel Then he left the swimming pool. He took like very confident, self-confidence, like we were impressed. Never saw that. But you know, at the party and stuff like that, there were couples, and he was always single. And he was single, and women were, yeah, of course, women were very much interested in him. And sometime by night, you will see them coming to his home. So when, you know, when people want some, or at night, no, at night, some of them, single, married, doesn't matter, and some in the afternoon when the husband was at work, they were coming to his place, and probably he left to work very early so he could meet them in his home. This guy was something else. He was something else. The mysterious neighbor. We never forgot him. It was crazy. Yeah, it was crazy.